Hello, adventurer. Welcome to the Arcane Ward, a library of stories and adventures of those who came before. Here we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this tale named Ashes to Embers. An exciting narrative of danger, adventure, and humor the likes of which you have never seen before. We thank you, and we hope you enjoy.
Okay, well, with that, previously on Ashes to Embers, after making it through the library gauntlet as sand was falling from the ceiling, our party was able to traverse the maze and make it to an open area within the labyrinth. There they fought a clockwork monster called a clockwork great worm. After some very timely uses of ashen stones to be able to gain a few more actions, Min was able to unlock the great worm in its in the sequences that was provided to them as they made it through the maze. After the great worm crashed to the ground, they each took a small, short rest. After which they gathered around the teleportation circle, and Min peered deeply into the arcane sigils written around and was able to discover, in a burst of inspiration, the exact password to teleport them where they needed to go. After inputting the correct password, they appeared upon the sky ship named the Grim Avenger. After running around the deck of the ship, each one of our characters discovered certain things going on with the ship. Pedestals glowing with arcane energy. First, Captain Lazar, running up to the helm, discovered that this ship was governed and potentially inhabited by an artificial intelligence named Abby. With some helpful instructions on what to do, the attunement of the ship began, as each of the players did battle with an ancient clockwork dragon, which was quite terrifying at multiple times, as there was a race against the clock to see if they could attune to this ship before the dragon destroyed them. With seconds to spare, the attunement was completed, and a blinding flash of gun and cannon fire lit up the dragon. In a blinding explosion of light, the dragon falls into the lava and begins to sink, as each of the other clockwork dragons, one by one, plummeted into the rising lava. And with that, our party turns heavenward as they race their skyship out of the mouth of the volcano into the sky. And that is where we are now. Each one of you is on the deck of the ship. You had just finished this intense battle. What would you guys like to do?
I read a book.
We make it way to Babylon now, yes? We got what we are here for. And my friend Sauvage, think about how fast we will get there now.
I would very much like to go to Babylon, please.
I want to become familiar with the quartermaster thing.
The pedestal to attune to the ship,
Yes.
you're saying?
A two-stool.
Yes, that. The pedestal.
The deuce.
I'm wanting to explore the ship and see what kind of armaments that we have, like anything more than what we know about the cannons. I want to see if there's like other stuff around.
I'm gonna find a hammock and read my books.
Will we have a chance to get a long rest at some point, or do we want to do some healing now? Because I can
My
heal.
friends, you take a nap. I steer us. We go to... Well, actually, we can go back to Berrett first. We can check in with them, because we told them we will be back. Just gives them a little update. And then we go to Babylon. You were not there. You were not there. Don't tell me you were. But the rest of us were there, yes.
She was there.
There?
I did.
Et toi, la vache.
Okay. We do this.
She really was.
We make another pit stop, and we're done. Yes.
I'm
No
there.
more. No more detours, please.
Just
This
one
is the
more
last
job.
one. I promise.
If any of you are a Red Dead Redemption fan, you would have gotten that reference, but it's okay.
What are you, some type of European toy maker?
No, I'm a freaking genius. I can't say the F word because reasons.
Why?
Yeah, well, we'll censor that.
Okay,
We'll
so
censor
up
that
we
in-
go.
in-
You can put a quack in front of it after everything.
Yes,
It's implied.
Yeah, it's implied. It's good enough. Anyway,
Okay, I just kind of like slowly just find somewhere to sit. Just okay.
So long as
One
you're not
little
sitting
nap.
next to me in my hammock.
One little nap,
Oh, hey,
and we go to Babylon.
Travis, do you want that key? Because we were talking about maybe having me, when we were
Yes.
talking, you and I.
I'm going to give Captain Lazar the infiltrator's key.
Hot dang. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm dropping my attunement on my sword now, too.
Oh dang.
Oh,
Okay.
speaking of items, how do we turn those plants that we got into a potion?
So you could either take them to an herbalist. Additionally, if you take you guys have already purchased, I believe, an alchemy room.
Yeah,
So you could
An alchemist kit?
you can give them to the butler, and within 3 days he can turn them into superior potions.
Do we want to just wait until we get to our next location and drop them off to someone?
Well, we can
Butler
drop
will
them off
do
to
just
the
fine.
butler.
Yeah, and we'll have it with us all the time.
Would dropping them off to somebody else be faster, or would it not really matter at that point?
It
Does
would
it take
be
3 days?
slower.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, the butler will do it faster.
Yeah, let's just give them to the butler then, so at least we have them.
Would you mind handing
Also
those
like
over to
go
me?
The butler.
Virian's got them.
All right, perfect. Varian,
Yeah.
would you mind taking care of that?
I'm currently in a lower deck, becoming familiar with the quartermaster pedestal. So you guys would honestly probably have to try and find me, because I don't know if any of you know where I'm actually at the moment.
I would have seen that you went down there.
Yeah, we can just scour the ship. It's not all that big.
I have some business with the butler, so I'm also trying to find Furion.
Oh,
I don't
right.
care about the butler because I believe his contract is a scam.
All right,
Jeez.
so
The amount of times I hear that every day and just work alone. Anyway, sorry.
So you guys make your way below deck, and you see that Virian is currently has both of his hands placed onto the attunement of the attunement pedestal. At this point in time, Virian, you say, "Full attunement complete. Welcome, Quartermaster. Please remain attuned. Please continue to attune for the next 3 days."
No, 3
Great.
days. I
uninterrupted.
don't even know what this does.
Man, if you're gonna attune for 3 days, at least buy her a drink first.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm
you
already
get
fully
the
attuned, so
you get the sense that you don't have to be touching it to get the full attunement. But if you
Right.
travel too far away, or you get knocked unconscious during that time, you could potentially lose that attunement.
Yeah, I
So
just-
you
I
can't
would
sleep for 3 days?
I would
No,
have to
like-
unattune.
Like
No,
dead,
just drop
like
0 hit points.
dying.
Bad.
I would have to unattune to my sword and my shield or my tattoo. One of those. I have to unattune to 2 of them to be able to attune to this.
I am going to say, because I was bullied by one of our Discord servers that me and Levi are on, that the captain will be 2 attunement slots. Every other position will only be 1.
I
Dope.
instigated the bullying.
Constructive
I love it.
bullying. Go
Wait,
left,
wait,
you
Levi,
rat.
you had items
Oh.
that you had to give away, right?
Yeah, you want some?
Take up. What are they?
I have a Plume of Greater Distraction, which is just a rebranded Cloak of Displacement.
Okay.
So you're welcome to that if you want. I have
Cracker Barrel cheddar.
I have the
A
boots.
barrel of cheddar.
I don't need anymore. They kind of just help with your stealth. And then I have a 9 lives Stealer that I am unattuning to, I think.
What does that do?
It's a +2 weapon, and then if you crit, they roll a con save, and if they fail and have less than 100 hit points, they're just instantly dead.
Oof.
I would like that, please.
The crit of destruction.
Yes, Virian.
I may be getting ahead of myself here, but that's what I do best. Is there a way that we can upgrade our attunement slots?
What do you mean?
No, not unless you're an artificer.
Shut up. Don't give them ammunition.
There may be a way in this world.
Butler could probably do
How
it.
many ashen stones will it cost?
Oh, yeah, ask
Say-
the butler.
Okay.
Please, and all
Okay.
of them.
So you all are coming down the stairs. You see me at the pedestal, and as you're getting ready to come up to me to talk to me, I disappear in the bed.
Can I also go into the bag?
Sure. Who else
Cool.
is going into the bag?
Who knew the passphrase?
I did.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Everybody?
If I actually told anybody.
Is the
Everybody
password?
said Savage.
The
So
password
Clayton
is-
can bring Savage in with him.
I have a question.
Yes. What is your question?
Would I be able to also have a different password that my character uses? Because I also signed a contract, so I don't have to use the same one.
Sadly not. It is.
Okay.
It is the same one.
Your password
just-
is Shabingus.
It is not.
Well, that's not the password.
I can't remember who actually knew it or
You
not.
told me the password.
So
Everybody but Savage.
So Virian, Ellie, and Clayton are the ones that know, but you can all bring people in without having to tell the password.
I'm fairly
Does anyone
certain that
else need to go
I've been in the bag. I just didn't sign the contract.
That's true. And then
Yeah,
they
they
read
changed it after signing the
Oh, they
the
changed
password.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did because it used to be Inkstand.
Does
Yeah.
anyone
Because
else want
stupid
to go in?
Montier uses the same password for everything. Needs a password manager. Come on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, is that Ellie?
Password 1, 2,
Does
3.
anyone else want to go in the backpack?
Nope. I just
I'll
want to
hop
read
in
the
with
book.
you guys.
I'm steering the ship with the level of my life.
I have a
Abby.
question
the
about
ship.
our volcano.
Yes. What is your question?
Was the volcano that we came out of the same volcano that we saw prematurely erupt?
No.
Okay.
Was it one of
Can we
those main
see-
3 volcanoes?
Can we see said
was not.
volcano from where we're at? As we exit this volcano, can we see the other?
As you exit, let me go ahead and pull up. As
Okay.
you guys exit, you all fly out of this mountain right here.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Are you proficient with rapiers?
Me? Yes.
One that went off was this
Then
one?
yeah, you can have my 9
No,
lives.
this
Stealer.
one. Additionally, you guys have been underground for a while, so you don't know if the other 2 have gone off or not.
No, but just the one that we saw. I can see that one.
Yes, off in this direction right here.
Okay, then if I will try. I would like to use an action to enter the astral plane
What?
with my robe of stars.
Dang. That's a flex.
What is the spell for that?
Not a spell. While you wear the robe, you can use an action to enter the astral plane along with everything you are wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return to the plane you were on you reappear in the last place you occupied, or if that space is occupied, the nearest unoccupied space.
Okay, hang on. Before you do this, we're on a moving ship. I want to know
Yeah,
how this
I was
works
like, are you just gonna
mechanically.
reappear in that?
You reappear
Dang
in the
it,
spot on
Levi,
the
you're
ship?
so smart.
If our captain would hold for 5 minutes in this position,
Yeah, I can do that.
Prank him, John.
Pull over.
Prank him.
Captain,
I'm
pull
simply
over. I need to make a
wanting-
pit stop.
yeah,
Okay, all right. We'll take care of this, and then we'll
We're-
go to
we're
the
climatizing to
bag
the
of
altitude. That's what we're doing. Okay.
Okay. You use this ability, and all of a sudden, your vision kind of fades to black as your body goes weightless. And as you begin to slowly float in the astral sea, you see millions of specks of light surrounding you in a bunch of different directions. What are you looking for?
I am looking for any signs of Dreamweaver, Armeg, or Fortooth.
Come on. Look, shoot for the stars. Look for 5-tooth. You can do it.
You already shot for the stars. That's how we got there.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation, perception, or religion.
Or all three at the same time.
Or, just whatever has the highest bonus.
That's exactly what I was going to do. I'm fairly certain that's investigation with my awesome +7. That's going to be a 25
25? For investigation, you say?
for investigation.
Okay. As...
He doesn't sound super bummed out about that, so he clearly has something for me.
Oh, for sure. 100%.
This is going to be very bad for me.
Remember that
As you kind
dragon?
of
Remember that
stare
battle holding nuke? It's here.
off into the distance. And you look at all these different constellations scattered around the astral sea. You see a specific one that seems to be slowly moving. Very, very distant.
Are
Far
constellations
off.
supposed to move like that?
Maybe in the astral sea they do.
I need books.
As you kind of watch, you see what this constellation is of. This constellation is of a massive, gargantuan dragon turtle.
Oh, that's my star
Dragon
sign.
turtle.
It's
As
named
they
Storyteller.
kind of swim off in the distance. And as you kind of sit there and you're thinking, you get an impression of this constellation. The second name that you said that was given to you in that document, you hear repeated in your head.
Well, that's not very good. Aramag? Is it Aramag?
Armag.
Aramage? Aramag.
Armag.
That one. My English good, I promise.
And as you kind of watch and you see that, all of a sudden you feel the sensation of gravity begin to return to your body as the stars and blackness dissipate, and boom, you fall back into your hammock.
My first response is, I need books.
All right.
Books,
We good to go?
We good to go, Captain.
All right.
Alright, just we're good to go, Captain.
Okay. The four of you, so Savage, Clayton, and Ellie all make their way down as Virian boom, disappears into the bag. Virian, you appear in the bag. Oh, good evening, Mr. Virian Shelby. How goes it tonight?
Well, it's going great so far. I had a quick question for you.
Yes, what is your question?
Is there a way that I can upgrade the number of attunement slots that I have?
Potentially. There's a lot of powerful magical entities and things that could provide that immense magical energy to create an additional attunement ability for you. Most likely, what form do they take here on this earth? Oh, sorry, this world. Ashen stones, I believe. So, I would recommend finding a in-depth book on ashen stones. Potentially, I would say Babylon, or maybe one of the Sky cities would potentially have something of the sort, and it could give you instructions on the ritual needed to be able to do that, and the amount of ashen stones needed.
I'll head there anyways at the moment, so...
And as you're standing there, all of a sudden, Clayton, Savage, and Ellie appear in the back.
Ooh,
Master Clayton!
ooh.
Ellie! Good evening. And you, my good sir. What are
yes.
you?
I am. Wow. What is all this? What is all this going on in here?
If I
This
may
is the
introduce
bag
you,
of Butler.
Savage. Yep, this is Butler.
Good evening.
Yes, hello. I am Savage de Laguin, cleric of the Church of Ash. Pleasure to meet you.
I already knew that.
We're needing to use the alchemy lab. Is that just out that door?
Yes.
How did you know
What
that?
are you specifically needing it for, if I may inquire?
Where are the flowers?
Oh, these? Boom. And the three flowers kind of appear before him.
No, well,
Perfect.
there they are.
We're
Go
gonna
figure.
need these converted into superior healing potions, if you wouldn't mind.
Ah, yes. And he kind of lifts up some of the leaves, looks at the flower. I could potentially get this done in 2 days. Maybe
Perfect.
one, depending on the... If you could, sweeten the pot a little.
Yeah, can we put a rush order on that?
I could get it in 1 day for 10 gold for each plant.
I'd say that's probably very doable.
I'm okay with that. Anyone else? Everyone
Aye.
else?
Very well. And he
That is fair.
snaps his fingers, and you 30 gold is subtracted from your guys' amounts. Okay. Now we'll jump over to the captain, Captain Lazar. What are you doing at this point in time, as you're kind of flying, making course corrections with the help of Abby, to make your way back to the town of Berrett?
Taking in the sights. This is my dream come true. Does Abby stand for something?
Yes, but I'm not going to tell you right now.
Does it actually, or are you just
Abby,
trying to come up with something?
what does your name stand for? Will Abby tell me?
Insufficient attunement completion.
Ooh.
Very nice.
You ain't at that base yet, home slice.
Oh, jeez.
Captain, can
Helmsman.
I go into your quarters and look for books?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. I'll just
All right.
waddle on over.
Okay, so Min, as you kind of make your way and you open the door to the captain's quarters and you walk in, the first thing that you notice is the skeleton propped up against the table, clutching a box.
Oh.
A box? Is that
A what?
A what?
A box.
Okay, box. I heard ba.
Clutching a bomb. Like, oh, great.
I'm like, oh, this, like, oh, okay. Closes door. We need to go.
Nope.
I
Nope.
see him come back. I was like, wow, you found the books already? Anything exciting?
There's a. No, I'm actually still there. I'm not walking away.
Oh.
I was joking about thinking it was a bomb with a thing. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna completely ignore the skeleton and look for bookshelves.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like Captain Lazar's got some skeletons in his cabin he's got to sort through.
As you kind of you do see that there is a bookshelf on the side of the captain's quarters. This is a very kind of like it's a decently sized captain's quarters. There's a table, there's a bed in the corner, some like you can see that there was a dining like a display table for food and stuff. There was food on it at one point in time. You can see that it has all kind of turned to dust and shriveled up, like apples and all these different things. The bookshelf is on the side of the wall. You can see that there are several books on it. There's about 20 books. It's a very bare bookshelf.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to the skeleton and be like, are these your books?
What? And you see the skeleton head kind of turns to look at you.
I did not expect that.
Are these your books?
They were once.
Oh,
Oh,
heck no. Purge that with holy
okay.
fire.
Can I read some of them?
I'm no longer using them. Feel free.
That's very kind of you. Waddle on over and I'll just start going through the books.
Would you say that the bookshelf is rather bare bones?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Get those finger guns out of here.
All right, Min, go ahead and roll me an investigation check real quick.
I was
All
fully
right.
expecting like a lightning strike to come out of that.
Doesn't seem like it was good.
It was
It's an 11.
It's
an 11.
Reaching for a book.
As you
Really
so like
quiet.
you're glancing over it, some of these are in like different runic languages and stuff. You get the sense that you could cast identify languages on them, but you do
Or I
notice
could just
one
test
thing.
comprehend language.
Yeah, but there's one thing that stands out to you right away. You see, kind of on the very bottom shelf, wrapped in heavy-duty leather, there seems to be some sort of journal of some sort.
Oh, I'll reach for the heavily leather-bound journal.
As you pick it up, you see kind of etched into the leather, like imprinted in with a stamp, is the journal of Fren Montier, the Grim King.
Oh. I turn to the skeleton. Is that you, Fren
Taking his
Montier?
He turns, the head kind of rolls. It once was, yes.
Cool. Can I read your journal? My parents told me to never read others' journals without permission.
He kind of looks down at his body. Well, I'm dead, so
Oh,
Feel
you seem to
free.
be doing rather well. You know, being dead and all.
I guess that's a fair statement.
Okay, thank you. I'll take the book, close the door behind me, and just go sit down next to Captain Lazard and
No
start reading the
problem.
book.
Did you find anything of value?
Well, I found a journal, and thankfully, friend Montier is in the captain's quarters, and he gave me permission to read it.
I was under the impression he was dead.
I mean, he's dead, but he's not dead. He's bones, but he talks.
He's lost some weight.
Okay. You spoke with him?
A little bit. I needed his permission to read his journal.
That's very cordial, but I think you should have maybe spent a little more time investigating the animated skeleton in the room. No?
He wasn't that animated. His head moved. He talked. But he had
That
a chest
animated
in
me.
his
Do you
hand.
understand that?
Huh?
Enjoy your books.
He had a box. That was kind of cool.
Does this thing have an autopilot?
Yes, I will be
Probably.
able to steer the ship while you are away from the helm.
Perfect. Thank you, Abby. You keep reading your books. I'll go check this out. If I don't come back out in 10 minutes, gather everyone and come in to find me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna
address
head into the
skeleton
captain's
in the room.
quarters.
All right. Virian, you had a question?
Well, yeah, technically I'm still in the bag,
Yes.
but knowing that I need to find a book that has something to do with Ashen Stones, learn more about them for my own goals, I do also kind of want to go up to the captain's quarters because it makes the most sense that there would be books there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess, are
I
we
would
able to
ju-
use the bag? How do we do that?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. You just like Virian and Ellie would be able to have you all four of you leave at the same time after you kind
Well,
of
I
get
didn't
everything.
get to talk to the butler.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Savage, Virian, and Clayton, you would leave.
Yeah, does anyone need to know what the password is? Or does everyone
I don't need to know the
Yes.
password of Ponzi schemes.
Yeah.
Fair enough, I guess.
I guess
I-
butler schemes.
I
Did
do.
Clayton die?
I think
Again?
he set his bed set down and he's eating food.
Okay.
I've set it down because when we're not doing stuff that I don't have to look at, I don't like necessarily having that. I'm staring at
Oh.
a screen all day anyway, so when I can take a screen off my eyes, I'd rather.
Fair enough.
It does paint
That's
a
a
nice
Vajan's
mental
password.
picture of just Clayton's forehead just down on the table in front of us, and then when he's addressed, it sits up. real
Rude.
quick.
All right. Well, you three leave, and it leaves Ellie alone with the butler. Yes,
Ooh.
yes, Master Ellie.
A pocket of some sort, or a bag, a little vial of blood, and I hand it to the butler.
What?
Interesting.
You didn't actually get that from me, though.
Or did she?
No.
He uncorks the vial of blood and, like, shotgunning a shot. Recorks the bottle and tosses it to you. Thank you, dear Ellie.
Thinking perhaps our contract might have a little bit of renegotiation.
Renegotiation, you say? What are you
Yes.
having in mind, percent?
The information I just gave you through that drink that you requested last time I was here. I feel like we could both have some benefits from working with each other.
You say that, and he looks at you, nods slowly in understanding. I think this is a conversation best held after I give some thought to it.
You're
Very
doing
well.
some shady crap, and I'm all for it.
Wait, when did she get my blood?
No, would not. If
When you
I
were
Lazaro
never
with
said
me.
it
knew
was
what was
your
going on,
blood.
Wait, you just gave him a shot of blood and he just drank it?
Yeah, last time when I
Not
stayed in
that bad.
contact with him, I asked him what his favorite drink was, and he said the blood of his enemy, so I got him the blood of an enemy.
So Min is an
Which
enemy?
was supposed to be me, but you didn't actually get mine.
To be completely
No, I did
fair,
not
we've
get your
been
blood.
fighting a lot, and there's been a
I just
lot of
wanted
blood
that to
on
be
the
clear
ground.
that my blood stayed inside my body.
You know,
It is not your
Savage
blood.
actually makes a really good point. We've been bleeding all over the place, so if she sent a text to the DM without us knowing,
Huh.
saying that she wanted to try and bottle some of your blood up,
But
When
the
there's a
only thing
needle,
that
there's a
hit
way.
me was inside the dragon's mouth, and then I got stabbed by the tail of the worm.
yeah, and she was right next to you when that happened. Actually,
No, she wasn't.
she's nearby.
Nobody was.
She
I was on the back of this. I was on the back of the worm.
Yeah, but she flies around, and she was the one that was putting the key in. I mean,
Yes, but
I'm pretty
none
sure
of
she
you
helped.
know that this is happening. So
Yes.
Yeah, we're just speculating. I'm just saying it's not impossible.
all right.
All right.
The Arcane
I
Ward,
will
the
come back
Arcane
another
Ward
time.
mystery episode, the case of the missing turtle vial.
Oh, that. Did I always have this stab wound?
It's not your
For
blood.
like 3 days, and you look down, and you're like, I'm still bleeding.
Oh,
Alright,
dang it! They
another
stole my
time,
kidney.
Ren. I mean, friend.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Another
I
time.
thought my
and then I
movement
leave the
speed
bag.
got a little lower.
All right. With that, so just for you, Esther, Ellie, we will have that conversation with the butler over text or Discord, just so
Cool
we can keep
beans.
things
Over a nice mac and cheese dinner.
secret.
Cool
See,
beans.
exactly. That's
We're all
exactly
gonna
what
make
I'm
it to
talking
the very
about.
end, and she's gonna have made a pact with the evil god, and we're the sacrifice.
I mean, to be honest, I've been kind of thinking about doing the same thing. She just got to it first.
Well, the thing is, we know that it's not mine nor Viren's blood because we're not enemies.
And I just got here.
No, if I even have blood.
And I have said like 3 times now that
I've
it's not
congealed up
Min's
in there,
blood.
but you have blood.
Yeah,
It's
but
just really jelly.
that's exactly what anyone would say.
It's a little
All right.
stiff.
With that, we'll go ahead and cut back up to Captain Lazar.
And speaking of cutting,
Oh my gosh.
I'm on a roll today,
A
man.
skeleton?
I'm gonna slowly creak the door open and like peek my head in.
You
So
see,
no-
Before we go,
you see as you enter, sitting behind the desk in the chair, clutching the box to his chest, with the head kind of lulled over, is a skeleton.
He's moved.
Bonsoir, mon frère. How are you? How are you coughing? You have no lungs.
Force of habit, I guess.
How are you
Cigar
talking?
smoke.
You have no breath.
It's smoking kills, man.
it's magic,
Talking,
guys.
you have no tongue.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do
Not
drugs.
even one. Okay, you can ask.
I just went to the astral
Right,
plane and
yeah,
back.
he,
I
like-
will.
Never to be revived again.
He turns to look at you as his kind of head kind of rolls. Empty eye sockets now making like direct line of sight with you. Ugh,
Contact, direct socket contact.
looks like you're the new captain, are you?
Yes, that is true. What happened to you? What brought this unfortunate circumstances upon you?
Ugh.
Is that insensitive? I'm sorry.
No,
this is my
no,
first time talking to a skeleton.
And at this kind of like, you hear the cracking of bones as he moves both of his arms, takes the box, and sets it onto the table. This, and he pats it, was my demise. Now, Captain Lazar, you, first of all, like when Abby talked about the name of the ship was the Grim Avenger. You immediately recognize that name of the ship. It was the name of the very first Sky Pirate ship.
Ooh.
It was stories about the ship and its crew have been lost to legend, and it is like believed that it's more myth than truth. In fact, most people discount the existence of the Grim Avenger and the Pirate King, the Grim King, and say that it was all fictitious, made up by the Sky Cities to promote Sky Trade. So at this moment in time, you kind of realize that Fren Montier perhaps was the actual name of the Grim King.
Anybody else getting like One Piece vibes right now?
No,
I was
I'm
getting Treasure
the
Planet vibes.
Yeah.
To be fair, I haven't seen that since I was like 6 years old.
If we're getting
Well, I
One
saw
Piece
like a month ago.
vibe, that means he's gonna open the box and there's a piece of gum fruit in it that'll make them all rubbery.
That would be amazing, honestly.
Those are Stretch Man.
But yeah, he puts his hand onto the box and this was my downfall. Shoot
Did
for
you-
the. Go ahead.
Did you trip on it? What
No.
happened?
Oh, my tale. It is fraught with. Well, I'll keep it simple. It seems like you're in a rush. Don't worry, I can shorten the story.
It just
well, you
cost
see-
him an arm and a leg to get.
It's not what it's all cracked up to be.
We,
It's a bona fide story.
me and my.
Hey guys, this humor is getting bone dry. Just
I hate all of you right now.
You quit ribbing us and let him tell the story.
Getting on your nerves.
Man. Like all
All
this
these jokes
talk
are quite
about bones
humorous,
kind of
you know what I
getting me
mean?
jaw locked. You guys don't have any humor. Maybe humorous though.
My funny bone is all much more developed than the rest of it.
They're just trying to tickle your rib. It's fine.
Okay, we're done. No more. All right.
Once Min makes the joke, everybody's done.
Well, might as well sit down as I tell you my tale. And at this moment in time, Clayton, Savage, and Virion, you kind of all make your way as Virion leading the way to the captain's quarters. Virion, you see, walking in, this animated skeleton talking to Captain Lazar.
I stop immediately and I reach for my crucifix. Because, you know, Blood Hunter, Monster Hunter, just kind of have it at that point.
Oh, don't worry. Sorry, I should have made this very clear. I am not technically alive. How do I say this? I cast a spell on my bones when I died to be able to communicate and tell this story in case someone found my ship.
interesting. Don't know why you needed to specify that to me, but go on.
Oh, no, your friend back there.
Bienvenidos, my friends.
Captain?
I was just talking to a friend here. He was telling me how he died.
No name?
Friend Montier.
Giant dragons, flying ships,
Fred Montier.
puppers, moving skeletons. Whatever.
I take it then that this is your ship.
Was my ship. I am quite dead.
All right.
I can see that.
I can see that much. So what's your story then?
Well, sit down and I'll tell you.
Can I cast Revivify on the skeleton?
No.
It's been longer than 60 seconds, but
Yeah.
Just, I am dead. Not for long enough. Just like grab his
Okay.
face.
As you all kind of sit down, he puts a skeletal hand on the lid of the box and opens it up. And as you guys look inside, you see 5 glowing scales. And as you kind of look at them, scales.
Is that the bomb?
Like dragon scales?
They are dragon scales. Each one is a different chromatic color. Red, green, blue, white, and black.
Like all black?
5 in total.
I'll take one of the 2 brown ones.
He's colorblind. That was really funny.
Why are there a bunch of rocks in this box?
As
We've been
he
making jokes about
kind of like
Levi's
beckons
colorblindness
for you all to
years.
kind of sit down and listen to his story. You see, we were known as the Suits. The Grim
Feds.
Avenger and the crew. We ruled the skies. But we bit off a bit more than we could chew. We took on a job, you see. A man.
Babylon?
No. Even more treacherous than that pitiful outpost.
Hey now.
I mean, it's not that pitiful. Like, so it could be a problem for some people, maybe.
You also remember that like 10 years ago, Babylon was it was a lot smaller than it was.
Gotcha.
Some might say Babylon's the perfect size now. Like, don't need anything more than what we got.
Perhaps. But
My
no,
girlfriend tells me the same thing.
the job that we were tasked was to infiltrate the sky city of Drakon and steal these.
You did it?
Of course we did. We were the most...
Good job, man.
Thank you. It gives you a high five. Phew. We were the most accomplished pirate crew out there. Months of planning, a flawless execution. But what we did not count on was the retribution of the dragons.
Dun,
The
dun,
king
dun.
of the dragons at the time, Lord Corinth, the gold great worm, vowed in his anger to hunt us down and kill us and destroy us off the face of the planet.
Over one little
Well, he did.
petty.
But in my final act of defiance, I sealed my ship, myself, and these scales away, hoping one day someone would come to claim what I could not keep.
You pushed too hard, but I accept. I will claim it, okay? Very well. I accept.
I warn you, and I caution you. These scales might be more burden than they are worth.
Okay,
They
so
will-
we sell them.
I'm more familiar than burdened than most of you are. I'll take the black one.
Yes, you with the feather.
Yes, what do they do?
That is the question.
You don't
They
know?
are dragon seeds.
Gross.
Seeds, like, put them in the ground and the dragon pops out?
No.
No, a dragon tree, you idiot. It grows a tree first, and the tree makes dragons.
That's a lot of dragons.
I get the confusion, but no. The dragon scales are placed on the collarbone. Immediately after consuming the dragon scale, you will begin the process of becoming a dragon. You
Ivirian,
will
that's cool.
immediately gain immunity to the damage type associated with the color.
I'll take red.
You just want to be
However,
Seeing as I'm the one who's prone to jumping into fire elementals,
however,
There's a 50%
I
chance
caution
I
you.
already claimed the red one.
Are we just glazing over the fact that you would just turn into a dragon? We just going to ignore that part?
You would be able to
We'll get
change
there.
back and forth, but yeah.
Oh,
it's a very
never
powerful
mind.
thing.
Dibs on this one.
No, stop. You have to know.
Eats
If
it like
you
a potato chip.
use these, immediately the great worms will know, and you will be hunted for all eternity.
Oh,
Even if we kill them?
I mean, you could try to kill the great worms. Don't
But
know
look what
how
that
well
got
that will turn out for you. I mean, I thought I was pretty powerful. I had like hundreds of pirates at my disposal. We had a skyship. We ruled the air, and well, I'm dead. So
for all we know, you could have choked on a chicken bone.
no, was poisoned. Specifically given a draconic poison ingested in some of my food, created by the great worm Corinth himself.
Oh. They can do that?
Some can, yes. Yes, you with the mustache.
Oh, nice. Seeing as how I've been hunting a Balor for the past 5 years to bring peace and retribution to my dead wife, I think that I should take the red one. It would bring me closer to my goal to slaying that Balor.
Did we miss the whole retribution of the great worms?
I did it, or I did. No, wait, I said it right the first time. I didn't. Well, I'm a dead man anyways.
Just to repeat the dialogue option again.
I mean,
You have some stuff you're going through. Wow.
that's true, but I'm already a dead man, so...
Well, is there any last questions you have for me? You technically have 3 questions before I disanimate, so.
Oh, it's one of these? Oh, nice.
So
Does that
if we
question
ask
count?
him a question, can we revive him after that or no?
I don't.
Does that count as a
you guys
question?
all, you all
Does that
jumbled
count as a
together. There was so many. You know, that was 3 questions, and he collapses into a pile
Goodness!
of.
I had
Nice.
something.
Questions to ask him!
I had stuff I wanted to do.
I'm sorry, it's for the memes, guys. It's for the memes.
Oh, mine would have
okay.
been. Mine was so meme. I was gonna come down saying, "You guys are so loud. I can't read my book." Hey, friend, how's it going?
And then that's the question
I'll
that
ask
kills
one
him.
of you guys
Good.
instead. Anybody
Guys.
has the time? Nobody?
What was the
Wait,
None of you?
It's been
Yeah.
10 minutes. I'm going back to the captain's quarters. Like, Captain, are you okay?
Yes, I'm good. I was going to ask him what time it was, and now I don't know what time it is.
I don't know either, and then I also die.
It is 9:47.
Do you know the time? No, I also die.
Min, do you took keen mind, right?
That's a valid question.
Because you automatically would know what time of day it was and which
No,
direction.
I have Metamagic Adept. I did not take Keen Mind.
And now
Okay.
you ask Min that question, he also dies. We're just dropping left and right.
Wait,
At this point in
wait.
time, it has been like it has been about 45 minutes since you've left the helm, Lazar, and at this point in time, you hear a ding. Approaching destination. Where would you like to park?
Land, please.
Did
Do I
the
hear it?
skeleton have one of those coins on him? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
one of those coins.
Yeah,
The flat
you've seen
ones?
the movie. You've seen the movie, right?
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen the movie, but no, he doesn't have one of those coins.
I
still haven't
was
seen the
wanting to keep
movie.
it as a memento. You need to watch the movie. Man. What are you doing?
I enjoyed
You
it.
can buy it or
I'm
rent it on
going to
Amazon.
work.
Yeah,
It's on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I mean, you have
probably by
to
now.
buy it or rent it, and it's not free with
Oh,
but
it's not on streaming.
no,
it's
but it's
not.
available too.
Yeah, I'll get there eventually. It's not a priority.
Anyway, anybody want to give up their life for some immense power? You already said you did. I'm just gonna grab the red scale and toss it to Virian. Have at it.
Oh, I accidentally just. Okay.
I
caught it.
mean, what's the scale? I already have a bunch of those.
You get super cool dragon powers, but the dragon killed you.
Oh. I've already given all my life to the books. So
I will
sure,
wait.
why not?
I'll hold on to it. As the last resort.
Can I claim one for the church?
Sure. Which one would you like to claim for the church?
White, please.
All right.
What does white do?
Frost.
I don't know.
Frost. Frost.
Okay.
Maybe
Wait, so what are the
so.
options again?
But he took fire. He's taken ice. So now I think there's poison,
Acid.
lightning.
And acid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black
I'll
is
take lightning.
acid. Green is poison.
Acid.
Right?
Green is poison, and this
And
blue
then
is lightning.
blue is lightning.
Is lightning?
Yeah, I'll take the blue one.
Good.
All right.
I mean,
I'm
already green, so...
I'm going to
Are
just slap
any
it in
of
my
you
inventory.
going to
I don't want to mess
use
with it.
it right now, or are you going to just hold on to it?
We're just
I,
holding. I'm just.
I
gonna hold
don't
it.
want. I don't want anything to do with this thing. It's going to the church.
I want to get like a locket or something to wear around my neck to put this thing in because I need to put it in a very secure place to make sure
Yeah,
I never lose
that's easy enough. Like in the treasure that you found, there's been a couple lockets that you could use and stuff.
it. Cool. I'll
Maybe.
I'll just grab one of those, lock it in that, so I just make sure I'll never lose it.
He's gonna lock it
Do
in
you
the
want
locket.
do you want the
I'm
cool
gonna
dragon
lock it in the
or-
locket.
But is there a wallet in your pocket?
Puns. They're so
Ellie?
fun.
Would you like a cool dragon rock?
All right.
Dragon rock.
Did you say
Green or
all right or
black?
I'm all right?
I'm all right.
Okay. You want the good dragon rock or no?
She's not suicidal, so
It'd be cool to have a black scale, like right here, instead of all the green.
Okay, so you want the good black dragon rock or?
Sure, I'll take the black dragon rock.
Cool. I will attend all of your funerals if you would like.
I'm gonna put it in my bag and I will investigate that later. I want to continue reading the journal.
So the only
All
one
right.
that's left is the green one, right?
Yes.
Safekeeping,
Grave
I
like
suppose.
it?
What?
Would Grave like it?
Well, maybe.
well, seeing as how I now have this scale, I don't think I need this ring anymore. So whoever wants a ring of fire resistance, I'd say that you can have it.
Does it require attunement?
It does. I mean, you can either have it, or I was going to see if I could pull the properties of it and attune it to my tattoo, which I'm not sure if that kind of magic exists, but
That would be really cool, actually.
that's what I was thinking. But
Is it a spell rot tattoo yet you have?
yeah, he has like, I forget what it's called. It's like, let me try to find it real quick.
The only tattoo I know of that's magical is the spell rot tattoo, and those are one-offs.
Where the freak is at?
What if he swallows the ring and absorbs its energy?
It's called a barrier tattoo. It's very rare, but it gives me a base AC of 18. I have to attune to it, but my wife.
Captain, Approaching
David.
destination. Please determine
perfect.
landing.
As we
Yes, we
crashed
will
into the
land,
tavern again.
right in that open area there.
All right. Are you going to try to be like stealthy at all, perchance?
Wait, did we change the
Stealthy
map,
on this
or
thing?
are we? Did
No,
we change the
didn't. I
map?
was just
No.
No.
Okay. I was confused.
Yeah. There. He was just like making it like, oh, there's a clearing over there. Go ahead and
Oh, got it.
land
Yeah.
in that.
no. I think my pride is a little too heavy to go in stealth. I want everyone to see how awesome I am with a cool airship. So I probably wouldn't be stealthy.
Very well. Landing in T minus 10, 9, 8, 7,
For the record,
6,
Captain, I'm not
5,
helping you pay the meter. This
4,
one's on you.
3,
I got
Two.
you. No.
1.
I'm gonna do like a cool slide, a really cool dismount from this ship to really try to add the flair to it to anyone that's around to watch.
As you do that, you see flooding out of the tavern off in the distance, because you're kind of on a clearing right on the edge of town. Floods of people you see running out of the building. You see Mary and John are both kind of like heading this like line of people that are like, oh my gosh, it's an airship! It's an airship! I haven't seen one of those in my lifetime!
As we
you
pull
see
in,
off
you
the
can hear-
distance Miracle slowly making his way towards the airship. As they finally kind of like get close enough, it's actually starting to get dark right now. The sun is slowly setting off in the distance, and Mary finally sees that it's you, Lazar, and she goes, "Oh my captain! You're a
yourselves.
captain!"
Yes, I am.
Wow.
Anyways, I'm bringing great news for you guys. We have an airship.
Well, ain't that just the best? Right, well. She's
Also,
just like absolutely dumbfounded.
Those dead bodies that got up and left. Yeah, they animated. They were Viren, what's the term you said? Zumba. They are Zumba.
Zombies.
Zombies. They're zombies.
Oh, and I think, right, well, I think Miracle said that you were able to do that and that you had it. Is this what you were going to get? This airship?
Yes.
I have an airship. Oh my land. Well, this is.
Oh, but
this
but
sure
Barry,
makes my.
This is not. That's not even the best part. The ship here
Right. What is the
is
best
the
part?
Grim Avenger.
Oh dear Lord.
Yes, a ship that has a captain so vile that hell himself spit him back out. Or something like that.
And Mary faints. John kind of like steps in and he catches it. Mary. He turns to look at you. Well,
Look, that's
this...
my dad. Sorry about
No. Well, this kind of potentially outshadows our good news of the evening.
Oh, great. Tell me, what have you got?
Well, yeah, the capital sent some entertainment our way for kind of helping liven up the mood of our town after the immense battle that took place here. They sent
Who?
they sent a bard. Her name is Maybell Gloriana.
Yeah, that rings a bell. I think she might be a con artist.
I don't
Oh, wait.
believe so. Additionally, they sent a storyteller. I believe the name that they gave for him was Story. And he kind of like looks a little bit
An
confused.
artist?
I've heard of him before. He's been around for the past 3 years and says they say he's one of the best storytellers in all of Sinis. So we had that going on tonight. Would you like to join us for the evening?
Do we have time to stay and stop a charlatan?
I just have to say.
Did we all get off the ship? I thought you did.
That's kind of up to you guys, but
I would have
I just gotta say, like my roommates walked through the door and I was talking to them, so I don't really know what happened after we landed at Padawan. I apologize.
So the captain did this cool
You
dismount. Just had this whole
didn't land
conversation.
at Babylon.
Looks
You
back
guys
to the
went to
ship and
Berrett.
we're all leaning over the side. He's
Oh.
like, "Can we stay?"
Okay.
yeah, basically we went to Berrett to kind of report, let them know what happened, and they have an entertainer and a storyteller that are doing a little something tonight, and I have no trust in the intentions of these entertainers. But
What, you're the only one allowed to be a pirate?
Can I roll a? Oh, geez, freaking axe
That's a good
across
throw.
the room. Can I roll a insight check to see if they're being like, I don't know, cool or like
Sure.
they got weird intentions?
Yeah,
well, I mean,
everybody
they're
can
not
roll.
here. But
Well, the people that are telling us about the entertainers aren't the ones that we're worried about. It's the entertainers themselves that aren't here
Yeah.
yet.
yeah,
So doing an insight check on them wouldn't really reveal much, I would think.
I mean, as you guys like hear the names of these entertainers, both of them are very like famous entertainers that have traveled around. They're not from Babylon. They're from different
I can vouch
places.
for them as a bard.
I mean,
as a
well,
fellow bard,
Caleb.
I know their names.
You met them at the Bard's College.
can you read off what I just rolled?
Virian just crit. Virian, you have actually met both Maybell and Story. Both of them were very cordial. Story was an amazing storyteller. His whole thing about his life that he's been here on Sinis has been about telling stories, and they have always
Sounds like the name of a
provided
portal.
insight and direction for people in some way. Mabel, Ellie, you've also met Mabel. She is just a very accomplished singer. Both of you do know that recently she has been paid by the city of Babylon to go and perform one specific song for everyone, just like as kind of like, hey, here's a promotion for Babylon. Come check out Babylon, kind of a thing. And then the rest of her songs have been very,
Kid Bobby.
just very. It's like very classic tavern sing-along kind of music.
I kind of lean over to the captain. I'm like, listen, I have actually met both of these bards. It may be worth our time to stay and check it out.
yes. I would hate for them to take advantage of this poor city.
Well,
Well, you're our captain.
how long is this detour
It's up
going
to
to
you.
take?
Well, I think they're performing tonight, so
So, stay the night, get some rest, get some food, stop,
no,
maybe stop
we
a bad guy.
just watch it and then we can sleep on the boat, on the ship as we
Okay.
go to Babylon.
Just real quick, for giggles, for craps and giggles. When we lock the ship, can we have a tiny little key fob where we press the lock button twice and the ship just honks twice?
What is Miracle doing over there? What? Oh, we're in the tavern.
We're in
We're
the
in a
tavern.
tavern full of tales.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, it wasn't that funny, I get it.
Well, I don't want to do anything.
As you guys kind of make your way into the tavern, kind of
I'm
find your way
staying on
to
the ship to read the book.
a table.
Do I need to change the camera? It's currently just around the table.
We'll be going back to the table.
Okay, I could just
I feel like
put
I
it
need
up
to
there
stand
if
up.
we want to, but
I like the barkeeps.
As you guys, Min, you're gonna be staying in the ship.
I'm staying in the ship reading the journal.
I mean, you could also read the journal in the tavern if you would like.
And be with
Yes,
the
but
party.
those people are loud and loud.
You additionally,
That freaks me out.
No, that's fine. As people were talking, Min, you've heard the name of the Storyteller story, and he has some very interesting information about different deities and stuff. Some people say he might be even better than a book sometimes.
Only sometimes, though.
oh, that's pretty good.
Maybell has antlers.
What?
Maybell doesn't have hands to wave
Oh,
back.
Oh my god.
Min, are you thinking? Are you planning on staying on the ship, or are you wanting to kind of come lurk in the corner?
I kind of have to go now.
Maybell's cool.
All right. As you all kind of make your way
Hello,
into the
Maybell.
tavern, you find a nice little table to sit around as
I like
the
Much
evening
like this
kind
one?
of like progresses, as people talk in a very just like anticipatory mood. All of a sudden the door opens, and first you see a very small figure enter into the tavern. Maybell, would you like to describe your character for everyone? You are
Not one
currently
of the words I see.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so Maybell is a dwarf. Maybell is just the cutest little thing you've ever seen. She's got big brown eyes, and her cap actually looks more like a little gnome cap, like it's super pointed. But she does have antlers on it. Not because she has antlers, just because there's antlers on her hat. It's just for fun.
Because why not?
Is Clayton attracted to Maybell?
That's Clayton's choice.
I knew that was Lauren. I knew that was Lauren.
Nah.
I was sitting here, be like, she sounds so familiar. Like, who
Thank
is
you,
that?
and
I'm like,
welcome to our special guest this evening, Maybell, Gloriana, Lauren, and she is Shaggy's wife.
This is true.
Yay.
All right.
Hi, Lauren.
Additionally, following behind Maybell, you see a very kind of tall, dark-skinned gentleman. As he kind of enters into the tavern and kind of walks behind, he's dressed in a very long, like deep blue cloak, kind of resembling like the deep blue ocean. Additionally, you see stripes of deep red going around the side, and then his hair is kind of up in dreadlocks in a very tight bun at the very top. Slung across his back, you see a lute that is bright red.
That's good.
Captain, you would know exactly what this is made out of. You, like, as you've spent time on the ocean, you recognize this as coral.
Because it's coral blue?
Nick, I love you.
At this point in time, John kind of walks up to the two individuals, briefly converses with them, and Story goes to sit in the corner. Then John kind of like goes to the center of the tavern. We would like to welcome the wonderful performer, Maybell. Maybell, it's so very nice for you to be here with us this evening. We're grateful to have you perform for us, and It's very gracious that Babylon would have sent you here. So thank you.
Oh, yes. I am the Maybell, and I will sing this song. Okay, I will sing now. There
Right.
once was a man from Babel. He traveled the distant shores, around the whole land of Sinis, all the wide world to explore. But after long years of exploring, his soul longed for home once more. So with fire in his heart so imploring, he traveled once more to his door. And there he led Babel to greatness, and vowed it would rise to the sky. So now we praise our hero Corinth, and know that he will make us fly. To Corinth, the best man or beast alive. To Corinth, under his hand we will thrive.
As Maybell kind of finishes her song, immediate applause echoes throughout the entire tavern.
Okay.
Everybody here, go ahead and make me wisdom saving throws real quick.
Oh boy.
Is this against being charmed?
It is.
I have advantage.
Roll the wisdom save. Well, I
Oh,
rolled
crap.
so low that I wasn't even listening.
Do I have
I rolled a
advantage
16.
because I'm a bard?
I rolled a 17.
Wisdom save. Okay, summon the die. Grab the die. Throw it. Oof. Oh, well, actually, that's not bad at all.
All right.
Do I have, wait, do I have any sort of advantage here by also being a bard?
Sure, I would allow that.
Cool. Well, shoot.
All right.
doesn't help?
Yeah.
Who here failed a DC 10?
I did.
All right.
Ellie fell in love.
Captain Lazar and Ellie, all of a sudden, you
pass
both
out.
get this immense, feeling, that this compulsion that you need to travel to Babylon, and you need to live there. You need to give all of your ashen stones to the cause of Babylon to help it reach to the sky.
I love propaganda.
I will say,
Yes.
I didn't want to say it, in the middle of the song, but I did want to roll insight to see if there was any nefarious things going on. Would that have done anything with my?
I'll let you roll one more time.
Advantage, technically.
What if?
Okay, that's
I
a
just
12.
say no?
Okay, what? Oh, you say no?
You
Okay.
just say
Actually,
no
you
to
might
the
be immune to
compulsion.
being charmed.
No, you might be. Yeah.
As a
So
fairy?
Oh, as a
you
fairy?
all succeed as this subtle suggestion spell woven into the lyrics of the song
I mean, I
begins
already
to
live in
settle.
Babylon anyway, so
Begins to settle over the tavern, and all of a sudden you hear the kind of muttering tones of the tavern kind of changes as people are discussing we should pack up, we should move to Babylon, we all need to slowly make our way there. All of you, because you have saved, you immediately recognize this as a suggestion spell.
Okay, so
Ooh.
we do recognize that this something was happening here. Someone was trying to
Captain,
play
did
with
you
our
hear
minds
that?
here.
She's selling real estate.
It's for your
You said that
own
we understood that this was magic that was
Yes.
trying to persuade us. Okay, then I would run up to the door, and I would basically just block it off, and I'm just be like, nobody leaves anywhere, and I'm gonna shoot him some really sharp teeth too.
intimidation.
All right.
Try to
Yeah,
be
go ahead
really-
and roll me
really
intimidation real quick.
Maybell is shocked by this. She has the biggest doe eyes and is so confused.
I don't see the problem. I mean, I live in Babylon. It's not all that bad.
23.
Dang.
Oh.
23.
You see the inhabitants of the tavern kind of like freeze as John and Mary were like the first to begin to make their way to the door. They stop and they're like, Captain, is there any what's going on? We need to make our way to Babylon.
Do you not understand what just happened here? I told you, charlatan. You're very beautiful. No offense. But he's tricking you.
Lady Maybell, is this true?
Absolutely not. I just the songs.
I stand up as my reputation of a blood hunter. Everyone knows the blood hunter's comrade. And I look at Maybell and I say, Maybell, I've known you for a long time, but you can't lie to me. Why are you casting suggestion spells on everyone?
I do not know what you're talking of. I do not know. I just sing these songs.
Virian, with... Oh yeah, you can roll persuasion if you would like. Virian, go ahead and roll insight real quick. And you have advantage on this because you're nat 20 earlier.
Cool.
Are you saying I can roll persuasion, or is that for him?
Sure, everybody can roll persuasion. Maybell's rolling persuasion. Everybody can roll insight real quick.
I rolled a 19 and then a nat 20.
Okay, Virian just crit.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Maybell.
Great.
What do you say to Virian, and what did you roll for persuasion?
Yeah, Maybell. What do you say about it?
I rolled a 10. So.
I think it's appropriate that I rolled a 1 because I'm not paying attention. I'm just reading.
You don't even look up from your book. I think she's fine. Just turn the page.
Maybell.
I think you guys are overthinking this.
Just a little bit.
But so as Maybell kind of like turns to the rest of you and like talks about, she just sings the song. Virian, with that natural 20, you immediately get the sense that you've heard this cadence and rhythm and lyrical like stringing together before, and it perfectly matches the writing style of Cicero Corinth, the current leader of the city of Babylon, and to whom the song is about.
Can I roll an insight check whether she knows that she's casting?
I will say with the natural 20, you get the sense that she was just paid to sing this song that was laced with suggestion.
That's okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at, but I just wanted to make sure. I look to her and say, you have no idea, do you?
I'm sorry?
Who paid you to sing that song?
I was not paid to sing the song. I did this for Corinth. Corinth is our hero.
Well, it seems that the song that he wrote and has you sing has a suggestion spell weaved into it.
Oh, plot twist! The plot thickens!
What do you see? This
To
is
persuade everyone else to go to Babylon and aid the cause.
it is a glorious cause.
Honestly,
Well,
I would chime in.
It's a little
So,
dishonest. but-
Babylon is a great
during
place
this-
to be. He wouldn't do that.
During this
Well,
time,
He's
I
a good
was kind of
neighbor.
Not a
standing
liar.
off.
Go ahead, Clayton.
I was standing off by the fireplace and I was kind of like listening to this. I kind of watched Lazar, and then I understand what she's doing. I get that what's kind of happening, but I also understand what this town just went through, and the fact that their church just got destroyed within this last week, and that they've got a lot of issues. And I look over at Captain Lazar. Lazar, we're heading to Babylon
Yes.
anyways. This town honestly has a lot of problems. If people want to move out, we're headed that direction anyways, whether they were suggested to or not. I think it'd be actually wise for them to maybe be passengers, and we just take them to Babylon because it would be a safer place for them to be than here.
The
If
church.
they want to on
passport
their own
missions.
volition go to Babylon, that is okay. But to have someone magically persuade them to go to Babylon and give them all their wealth, that is not okay.
I hear it well.
The
but-
freedom of choice, freedom of will, is always meant to be preserved. I, for
I'd
one, would
agree with
rather.
that.
I, for one, would rather take my chances out in the wilderness if it meant I kept my freedom of choice.
Yeah, but Viren, you're way more capable of being able to handle out there. Now, I, for one, being a sheriff out here in the wilderness, know that the times are worsening. It would be very good for a lot of these people to get out of here.
Well, if you think it's best that they go
Lauren,
to
I
Babylon,
just sent you a text.
if it's best that you think that they go over to Babylon, then that is your opinion. I side with the captain here. I'm not saying that they shouldn't go, but there is definitely something that's not right about it.
I don't understand why the leader of Babylon would do such a thing anyway. Babylon is a great place. I don't think he would do this.
Well, he is, but we don't know his intentions. It could be good, it could be bad, but it's not looking like it's good.
Doesn't make any sense. Why?
I've personally never met the man, but so far it does not seem. The only vibe I get from him is I have a friend here. He's a lion, and he would say, "Deception, praise." That's kind of what I'm feeling about this man here.
It's very neat.
Got a little bit of blood in you.
Savage, just for to jog your memory a bit, you remember that Alabaster is at odds with Cicero currently. You if you remember correctly, he is like you and Alabaster have been trying to investigate some wrongdoings that Corinth has been potentially a part of. Like Cicero has been potentially
Money
a part
laundering.
of.
Got it. Okay. We're gonna run that back real quick.
Cicero sucks. I don't like this. I knew it.
Cicero, yeah, no, that
Cicero
guy
was
sucks.
crooked the whole time. I was right. It was me.
It was me, Mario.
Sorry. Was that good? We good?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'll buy that for $1.
Oh,
retcon.
I'm gonna pull out, maybe like 4 gold. I'll toss it to Maybell. You did a great job. I apologize for what I said. I did not realize that you did not realize what was realizing here, but the principle.
They realized.
Maybell looks
Hold on.
very confused, but she does take this gold and does go sit at the bar and have a drink.
Yeah. You get the set after this kind of very uproarious moment after the song was sung, you see that Maybell will probably be done for the evening. And at this moment in time, the people kind of begin to sit back down at their different tables. They begin to slowly kind of converse and
I
stuff.
want to go up to Story and talk to him before he does anything.
Okay.
And I'll
He
go up to the
currently
bar with
has
Maybell.
he's sitting in the corner. His head is propped up against the side of the tavern. His legs are crossed over, and it appears that he has his eyes closed, and he's kind of he appears that he's looking like he's napping, but potentially might be just listening.
I'm gonna walk over to him and be like, so, Story, you have any nefarious plans as well tonight, or?
No, my lord. I just tell the stories.
Oh my gosh.
And
Tell me something about this Cicero guy.
this Corinth, he told you a story to tell, or you tell your own story?
I tell my own story. or the stories that the people in the tavern would like to hear?
Does that story have anything to do with our bag?
He kind of like cracks an eye open, looks over at the turtle. Aramag, you say? Sadly, I do not have any stories about the Aramag. But many other deities, I do have the stories. If you wait until the evening, you will hear one of my stories. What was that?
I thought it was evening. It was getting dark when we got here.
As you say that, all of a sudden you hear the steady kind of tap 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 of rain beginning to hit the shutters and the rooftop. And at this moment he kind of turns. Now you see, that is my cue. And with that he kind of stands up and the tavern goes dead silent.
I'm ready to jump up and tackle him if I sense any funny business.
He walks over.
Are you holding that action?
Plops down
Yes.
at the
I have the
center
grapple feet. It would
of
be better
the
if I do
table.
it.
You can double team them. Someone gets behind them and like crouches down while somebody else is pushed. While someone
One
else
goes
is
high, one goes low.
Let's just let them do it. It was me.
And here comes Lazar with a steel chair. Boom.
And his name is
Anyway,
He kind of, as he sits down at the table with you all, the rest of the tavern kind of comes and circles around the table as he pulls off his lute and kind of places it down on his lap, his right hand resting over the strings, his left hand over the frets. And he kind of turns to the tavern and he addresses everyone. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I am he who is called the Story. I washed up on the mainland nearly 3 years ago, and I've been telling stories ever since. So what is the story you would like to hear tonight? A true classic? The Man and the Mountain? Or maybe something a bit more popular? The King and the Dragon? Or, and he kind of turns to you men, perhaps a new story. A story that has been kept in my family for many a generation. Passed down to me by my father and his father before him. A story of the Dream Weaver. So what say you? What is the story you would like to hear this evening?
I'd say the Dreamweaver.
Dreamweaver sounds pretty cool. Who said that?
Tell us the story about the Weaver of Dreams.
Was that the gingerbread man back there saying that?
How much does
The
it?
one that
Does
was-
anyone know how much a drink costs in here?
The one that lives on Drury Lane.
With
the
that,
Muffin
he
Man?
smiles at you
The
all.
Muffin Man's been dead for 30 years.
Oh.
And as he places his hands down onto the table, he begins to play.
I thought we were gonna have a whole Hoyd situation going on.
The sun dipped below the horizon as the man stepped to the edge of the cliff. The last rays of the sunlight rippled across the face, outlining sharp, dark features resembling chiseled lines of stone. For the moment, it seemed like the man would be frozen there for all eternity, looking over the vast world below him. But the moment passed, and the rays disappeared. Darkness took the land. bringing with them a world filled with dreamers. Then the man began to dance. The dance was set to music, but the only ears that could hear the steady rhythm belonged to the man. And as that moment, he begins to pluck at the strings. A steady rhythm and music begins to flow throughout the tavern, and you watch and you listen as thump thump, thump thump, thump thump, the rhythm begins to match in time with the beating of your own heart.
Oh.
The beat was slow and steady, keeping time with the hot beats of those who slumbered below. The man's feet moved in time with the rhythm, rising and falling in a fluid motion as the dance carried him around the edge of the cliff. Thump thump, step step, thump thump, step step. As the man moved, the stars began to appear far above him, shedding light on a scene of serendipity as the music led the man on a predestined course through the dance of the Dreamweaver. It was faint at first, but the dance began its work. Around the man, the light of the stars began to coalesce into forms and figures. As the dance wore on and the night deepened, the forms became more distinct. Wrapping around the twisting motion of the man, the smiling faces of loved ones and friends began to appear. The dreams of those who slumbered below, bringing with them their hopes, their desires, finally taking form in the light of the Dreamweaver. The night progressed step by step, beat by beat. As the Dreamweaver practiced his craft, it was a good night for dreams. Happy dreams. Dreams of hopes and lives to live and joys to experience. It was a good night, a clear night. But then it began to rain. And as he says that, he strikes a chord on the lute, and you hear the rain pounding against the shutters and the roof begin to intensify. Top, top, top went the raindrops, and then the feet. Top, top, top. Matching the rain as the rhythm of the music changed to match the drops. It was slow at first, as storms usually are, but the beat began to increase as the rain began to pour, and the feet kept time. While the storm raged around, soon the lights began to change as the heartbeats of those who slept kept time with the feet and the rain. And as he says that, you all begin to feel your heartbeat slowly quicken as the rain begins to fall faster and faster and faster. Not a magical feeling, but emotion swept up in the story that he was telling.
I have emotion.
While the storm raged around, soon the lights began to change as the heartbeats of those who slept kept time with the feet and the rain. Hope gave way to fear as desire fell into despair. All around the man, the forms took new shapes, the shapes of fear and darkness, broken lives and broken bones, falling, then boom! A crash of thunder and silence. The rain slowly stops as the tavern leans in. A flash of lightning and a boom of thunder, and for the moment the music stopped and the feet stood still. As the world breathed deeply and slowly, The fear passed, the terror faded, and sleep once again took the tired world. The rain became a drizzle, and the feet kept time. The smell of the storm still fresh in the minds of those who dreamed, but the drops were slow and steady, and the lights began again to bring forms of love of those below. All while the feet kept time. Soon the stars began to fade, and the steps began to slow, and the music of the man who danced slowed, then stopped, as the last rays of the light fell upon the face of the dream weaver, and there he stood until the day was long, and the sun began to dip, and the man chiseled from stone, stuck in eternity, began again the dance of the dream weaver. And with that, he slings his lute back onto his back and goes and sits in the corner.
That was one story, eh?
I'm gonna need a translation, please.
Of
I
the
think it's
story, or?
Varian went over to the bar before he started, sat down with Maybell, but yeah, I just wanted to say that.
It takes a moment before everybody kind of turns to look at each other, and the tavern kind of disperses back to their tables and sits down and begins to converse again, kind of marveling over the story that was just told.
Well, Min, what did you think?
What?
Oh boy.
Cool, so it was a very good story. Is there anything else you want to do in town, or off to Babylon now, or?
There is one thing that Varian wanted to do, but that'll come later.
Before we go, does Maybell have a physical copy of the song she sang? Written down somewhere?
Da.
Yes? Yes?
Mm.
Oh! May we borrow that?
Savage.
Yeah.
That is unethical. You should not do that. Because that song convinces people to go to Babylon and give Corinth their stuff. And we need a version of the song to give it to us.
Well then.
Okay, but first, Corinth is a sack of crap. And now we have evidence against him for the church. If we take the song back to the church, bada boom, bada bing, we are heroes, you get paid. See?
Well, to be completely honest, here, he would probably have just put it on us somehow.
But it's obvious. Trust me.
It's
It's a
not-
good idea. It's a good idea. Trust me.
For a man of power, that's not substantial evidence. You need quite a bit.
But it's
Maybell
something.
does not like Savage. That is her home. She thinks you're a piece of crap.
I'm from also his home.
Yeah.
She's upset
He's
at
actually
you.
you're an Ashen cleric, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So I have in my inventory,
You just don't like him.
I have parchment and ink. I also have empty books. I have several empty books. I would like to write down the story.
For sure.
Cool.
That's gonna take you a minute, Turtle Man.
I write faster than I talk.
Additionally,
Oh, thank goodness.
Story might have a copy of it written down already.
Your story might have some holes in it, but that one doesn't.
At least it's not. Is this story bona fide?
Callbacks to the skeleton.
Oh, jeez. Here we go again.
In regards to
fracture
the
before we get all
story, the story of the Dreamweaver, this is the first time you guys have ever heard of it before, and it sounds like this is the first time it was ever told before on the mainland of Sinis. Varian, you would know this about Story because you've met him before. Story is from an island. Captain Lazar, islands don't exist in Sinis. But he, Story said that he was from an island. He was shipwrecked, washed up on the shore of the mainland about 3 years ago, and that's what he's been doing is been telling stories, trying to make his way in life, and additionally potentially finding a way back to his island and his family and his people.
So he's literally a washed-up storyteller.
Yeah.
Isn't this against the celestial accords for Story to be here?
Why?
Oh,
He believes this man is God?
Oh, I believe that from what I've read, today the deities are not allowed to interact with the people of Sinis.
You believe this man is a deity, then? Is what you say?
Well, the book mentioned that there were a few appended sections to those rules that pertained to Dreamweaver and a few others.
Well, the Dreamweaver. Dreamweaver is a person that you've read about in your books.
A little. There's not much.
My friends, I have neglected books my whole life, and I did not realize what I was missing out on. I'm not going to start reading them, but that's very cool that they have good information.
For Min saying not much
Can I make an
is
insight check on
more than
Story?
any of us
Sure,
would
go ahead
ever,
and roll me insight.
dare to read.
I really only study the scriptures, so.
Like
17.
17. With a 17, you look over. Story seems like he's a different race. He's you can see that his ears kind of go back into fins on his head. He has darker skinned and stuff, but you don't sense anything with a 17. This is just a regular man, but he's been touched by a deity.
Okay, I want to go over to him,
Where on the doll?
reach out my hand, and say, I thank you for your story.
Where did he touch you?
Racist, man.
He kind of puts out his hand. He nods his head.
And
Of
when
course,
he shakes
my
my hand, I want to cast Identify.
All right, you cast. Go ahead.
Doesn't that take a minute or something? Or I guess 10 minutes if it's a ritual, but
10 minutes, or if it's
Shaking his hand for 10 minutes.
So you cast Identify on him. The first thing is it doesn't do anything because he is technically immortal. But you see that the magic kind of courses up to his lute, and you get this immense, powerful, magical energy that is associated with divination magic.
Huh.
So you get the sense that this man is potentially has been touched by a deity in some way, or is is working.
It's very much against the rules.
He kind of like sits there. So man, why you've been shaking my hand for so long? Is there anything else I could do for you?
How long did that actually last?
It's okay. We just talk and do things real slow.
I see that. Well, is there any other questions you would like to have for me? Other than, casting Identify on my person.
Yeah.
No,
I figured that he would-
appreciate your
I was
honesty.
like, there's no way he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Would you like me to potentially explain the things that you may have sensed?
That would be nice.
With that, he kind of like, I think that potentially telling it with the rest of your friends might be beneficial. I hear that
At
you
that
all
moment,
have come here.
Stop acting like I'm doing nothing, even though I was eavesdropping, and I just come over like, okay, yes, I'm here. I mean, what were you guys talking about? I thought I'd come over and talk with you.
And he
I
kind
wanted
of
to get
puts
more
his
drinks.
hands
Vivian, do you want a
onto
drink?
the table. So I hear that you have been.
Thinks it is.
So, Toman, I hear that you have acquired an airship of some sort.
It's not
yes, that is
an
true.
airship of some sort. It's just an airship.
I apologize. Well, tell you what, my friends, I have some information about what this good turtle may be looking for. In exchange, I've been away from my family for far too long. I would like a ride back to my island.
You come from a sky city, or?
No, in the middle of the ocean, the island.
Do you know where it is?
Of course.
Can we do this after we go to Babylon, please? I'm on the schedule.
No,
We have us
only
errands,
have
but we can come pick
favors.
you up in maybe a week or so.
He kind of like, okay, man, do I have your word on that?
The schedule is not hard set. We have a.
But you will come back for me.
If we're
Yes,
alive.
for sure.
All right.
For sure.
He holds out his hand for a shake. You feel like this like small magical energy kind of link you to.
You feel an pinprick on the center of your hand.
No, he just will get the sense of your like where you are if you break that promise.
Oh,
He'll
snap.
hunt you down. Alright. I wanted to talk to Maybell.
All right, go ahead and do that real quick.
It is 9:47.
Yes,
Okay.
we're about to finish up here. There wasn't anything else. There was just
Then
a
I'll
couple.
Just ask you over Discord about the contents of the journal I've been reading for the last hour.
Okay. All right, Virion, you can go ahead and have that conversation.
Does anyone else want a drink? Captain?
Yes, I think you surprised me.
I sit down at the bar with Maybell while she's having a drink. And I ask her where she's going next.
Oh, everywhere.
Just going tavern to tavern?
Mhm.
Well, I'm not sure you heard what happened here. About how long has it been in game now? Like probably a few days.
4 days.
Gosh dang.
I'm not sure you're aware of what happened about 4 days ago here, but we're more or less in a pursuit, in a hunt, really.
Oh,
And
I do not hunt, but I don't. I sing the songs. I do not do.
Right, and I mean, we have another. Her name's Ellie. She's also a bard, such as yourself.
She waves.
What?
She waves, just like a little wave over at Ellie.
Oh,
Wait,
gotcha.
Ellie does K-pop though.
She does do
I don't
K-pop.
just do K-pop.
Whatever that is. But even though she doesn't really attack as often, she's proven to be an invaluable member of our party.
She don't
And
attack,
even-
but she do protect.
But even though you just sang yourself, well, I know you quite well, and I'm sure that you'll be able to assist us just as much, if not even more so.
I am sure.
You'd be doing Babylon a great service.
But I am. I sing the songs, and this is service.
Right. But you would be doing them an even greater service by helping us defeat this monster. That's
She is
trying to
very-
currently destroy Babylon.
I do not know. I have many more taverns I am supposed to go to. I have to sing the songs in the taverns. I have many more on my list.
Well, have you ever
We
changed
could
your mind?
help you. We could help you travel to those. We do have a ship.
Are we just a taxi service now?
I see Clayton is making his move. Naturally. No, I had to make a joke. No,
Maybell is very dedicated to this. She believes that she is legitimately drumming up support for the most important cause possible.
alright. Well,
Persuade-
if
He
you
has
ever...
the charm spell on her.
Well, no, I don't know magic. I only know Revivify, so... And
Shaggy.
Tactic Spirit of Dying as well.
Into being here every week.
Huh?
Shaggy's gonna in-game charm me into being here every week.
I mean,
Well-
Clayton, you could do it at gunpoint.
It's
You're coming with
it's all
us.
up to you. It's all up to you, Shaggy. Get her to join the party.
Pulls out guns. Get on the ship.
He's got those VR muscles.
Anyway, Barry just
I
says
rolled a nat 20.
because he
After
understands
11.
he understands
Aw.
duty and obligation and all that. So he just says, if you change your mind, reach out.
Oh, I will.
You know,
And he walks out the tavern towards the burnt down church.
All right. The rest of you kind of gather around as Story begins to offer up his information.
oh, right.
So, man, I am from the only island in the ocean. It is
The
called
only one.
the Oneferinia.
The what?
The Oneferinia.
Well, he just said it.
Or the island
Oh, I
of
thought
the
you were-
dreams.
He's another
So what
cop.
happens if you miss the island? Do you just keep on sailing, or do you come back around?
Well,
This
you
I
eventually
do not
reach
know.
the end of the ocean and you fall off the side.
For you see,
Where there's a bigger turtle with 4
this
elephants.
I do not know. For you see, our island was surrounded by a reef, protected by an ancient guardian called an Amu. A
The barrier.
powerful creature banished to this place by the gods to separate the world from the dream weaver. The
How did
dream
you get
weaver
past that?
makes his residence there on the island. The island is where he practices his craft. A powerful deity of dreams and hopes and nightmares.
Dreams,
A
hopes, and
deity
nightmares
so
don't get
powerful
along.
that an amendment was made to the Ashen Concordant to allow him to practice his craft. The Dreamweaver is one of very few deities that are not swayed by the laws of the Ashen Concordant, able to interfere with the lives of the mortals. But he chooses to do very little with that power. An indifferent deity, my family for generations protected and served him, until many of my brothers and sisters said enough was enough, and we attempted to escape the island.
Was he not a good master?
He was just negligent. He did not need us there. The only thing I knew from the time I was born was the island. And for my foreseeable future, that is all I would know. My heart longed to know what was beyond the reef, to set sail on the ocean and to find the mainland. So me and my brothers, we backed the ship and sailed to the edge of the reef. And he shakes his head. The Amu would not let us leave. My brothers and sisters now find their rest at the bottom of the ocean. And me, I survived for 3 days and 3 nights on the ocean. I do not know what has befallen the rest of my clan, but I do know that the Dreamweaver resides there. The master of all dreams and all nightmares. You may have answers to questions you may possess. But I warn you, for the information he requires a great deal. That is all I know.
Follow-up question. Do you know of some sort of powerful, perhaps demonic being that might be known as the Butler?
He kind of like thinks for a second. No man, I've never heard of an entity known as the Butler.
Okay, good talk, good talk.
Yes.
Well,
Talon, I think you're muted.
It is correct.
My bad. Anyway, I'm not in the tavern. I was walking down to the church that was burnt down. I was kind of wanting to do like my own little thing down there. Maybe it will do something, maybe it won't. We'll see.
Okay.
But,
was there any other questions that you guys had for Story?
Where will you
Probably
go?
should be, but I don't have any.
Yeah, not at the moment.
Well, it has been a long day, and I should probably retire for the evening. Tell you what if I tag along with you all to the Babylon And then after you are done with your business there, you can give me a ride to Oneferina.
There is room in the church. He will have somewhere to stay.
Captain.
That could be
Suppose
fun.
it could happen. We drop you off at Babylon. We do our business. You stay at the church.
The Church of Ash
Yeah.
welcomes all.
Yeah, man. I have my summer home there. It is fine.
Okay.
Even better.
I just with all due respect, you seem like a great person. I don't know that I would want you staying in the ship alone after we are doing business. Is all.
No, man. Don't worry about it. However, do not leave without me.
Okay.
Very well. All right, well, with that, I will bid you all a good evening. And he exits the tavern. Virion will go ahead and hop over to you. What are you doing?
One heck of a bedtime story, am I right?
Just real quick, is the church guarded at all?
No, the church is completely rubble currently.
Cool. I go back to the church, like in the center of the rubble where there's a little bit of a clearing. And I want to perform a ritual.
All right, what ritual are you performing specifically?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of pull it out of the hat because I don't know magic or anything like that.
All right.
But so let's see how creative I can get with this. Spoiler alert, probably not very creative.
Rule of cool. Rule of cool.
Yeah.
Don't doubt it.
Anyway, it's like a blood hunter ritual to try and, well, just real quick, with the last level up, I got an ability where I can brand an enemy, and basically I know where they are at all times if they're on the same plane as me.
Mhm.
Obviously, I would need to see the enemy. I would, there's rules to that, and it wouldn't apply to this. But I want to try and use the same sort of magic or logic or whatever in this ritual to try and communicate with the Balor.
Ooh.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a religion check, but it's going to be at disadvantage.
All right. I have a +3 to religion, so this could be something. I'm just scared, and I don't want to roll. Anybody
What
want
could
to
possibly go wrong?
Never mind. I was going to ask Ellie if she wanted to give me bardic inspiration, but she doesn't see me, so never mind.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, right.
He summons the Balor.
No.
Okay. That was terrible. Hey! I rolled a 15 both times. So that's 18.
So an 18. Okay.
Yeah,
Even
Yeah.
me.
As
Nice,
you
so
kind
there's
of
that.
sit,
that's actually pretty decent.
as you kind of sit in, like you kind of kneel down, and you cut yourself with your blade, and you spear blood out onto the ashes of the cathedral, and you begin to kind of mutter in the languages of your order.
I also know Infernal, just so you know.
Okay. You begin to speak and hear. And as you kind of are standing, kneeling there, you don't get an exact point, but you get a direction. North.
If you can hear me, you son of a bitch, I will kill you. And I'm coming for you. And he stands up and he heads back to the tavern.
All right. Is there anything else you would all like to do before the evening?
Before I'm assuming like we're gonna kind of board the ship pretty soon here. We would walk out of the tavern, and then I'd be like, wait, I forgot something. I'd come in, and I'd come over to this dude right here. And I don't know if there's a male or a female here, but this person.
Male. Yeah.
I think it's a chick.
But
Whatever
whoever
it
is wearing lipstick. But
It could be transvestite.
anyway, I come over to this person, and I just go, I need your book. Give me your book.
Roll me persuasion. Come back to the table so we can all see and stuff.
Can
Better
it
roll
please be the
persuasion.
lusty Argonian maid?
It's a 10.
He looks at. No, I'm not gonna give you my book. Why do you want my book? Oh, wait. Captain. Why do you need my book?
Punch him
I
in the
need your
face.
book. I don't know. I just need it.
Can I have it back?
Then you point to me. I need it.
No.
Then no.
I'm gonna
Intimidate.
pull out the key and turn it into a dagger and shoot him
What
a glance.
the heck?
All right,
I
book
need
it
that
is.
guy's leg.
And he hands over the book to you.
I need that guy's leg.
It's been a pleasure. And then I go back to the ship and I'm like, Min, I got you a book.
It's the lusty
Oh, that
Argonian
was
maid.
nice.
What book is
What
it?
book is it?
Please tell me it's the lusty Argonian maid.
As you. It is
Please.
the lusty Argonian maid.
Yes!
Yes.
Is it actually, or are you just finally caving?
Yeah, no, it is. He was just reading for pleasure.
Oof.
Oh yes, he was.
What a book to read in public.
Hey, if
Ah,
someone's gonna
okay.
get benefit from this book, it's gonna be the turtle.
Hey! What makes you say
I
that?
think that's my
You know,
sign to
You're
I've
both
heard
reptiles.
and go to
That there's
bed.
multiple volumes to this.
Oh,
book.
just because we're both reptiles, huh?
Which
By
yeah,
the
which
end of this
volume is
campaign, we need to we need to get the entire collection of the lusty Argonian
Are
maid.
these, yeah,
Oh
can we have
my
these
gosh.
be like collectibles?
There's only
What have I
three.
done?
These are
There are only
collectibles.
three that are actually
An
in
entire side quest dedicated to getting the long lost forgotten.
And if we
Okay.
collect all the
Copy.
volumes, we get an exclusive like signed edition at the end.
yeah,
All right.
by
With
the
that,
Argonian
you all.
herself.
With that, you all make your way back to the ship for the evening as everybody kind of winds down. You all make your goodbyes as, like, in the morning you probably head off to Babylon. And you all
Assuming
get your
story
long.
comes along.
What? Yeah, story
I
comes
go out
along.
against story, of course. I didn't want you to come out later and be like, no, you didn't get him. So
Yeah, story will make sure to be there in the morning. So you all make your way to the evening. You get your long rest. Min, I will go over what you have read in your journal in Discord. I'll message that to you. Varian,
Guys,
yes,
you didn't
what's your
almost
question?
die.
Can you spawn the map again, real quick?
Of course.
Thank you.
It hasn't been a
And
week,
where-
has it?
Where are we again? I know this is Babylon, but
You guys are currently.
How many days has it been
Right
since
here.
we
right here.
traveled, started
there.
traveling?
Nope,
Or
you
with
right here.
you joining the party, it's like,
Oh,
Oh,
right.
it was.
You said we
I
were
was
here.
right the first time.
Okay, so north.
I'm pretty sure the
Honestly-
previous you said this was Berrett here.
No. Talon was asking about Berrett, what that was. This is Ember Haven. This is Berrett.
So we're currently
North is-
right here.
North is this way.
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying. Yeah, north is this way. I'm trying to figure out, like, directly
These
north. There's really
mountains.
nothing. Yeah, but
Mountains.
the closest place that's north is Babylon or this place. So if he's
I'm
getting
fairly
ready
certain
for
that the
an
Valor
attack-
thing lives in the mountain. Or volcano that's over here.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big giant
Yeah, I
volcano
guess
here.
it
so.
could be the volcano too. I'm just saying, when we get to Babylon, some crap might go down.
Oh, absolutely.
Alright.
Stuff's going to go down when we go to Babylon.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
all right.
kind of a given.
And that's
Caleb had
with
a
that,
whole
is me
session of not
getting
being able to try to
congratulated
kill us,
by
so I think
Alabaster
we
for
should really
doing the
try
job.
next time.
Okay. You guys all wake up from your long rest. You begin to prepare the ship for departure. Savage, it is finally time for you guys to make your way to Babylon. It has been 5 days. It is about 1 day's travel from Skyship to make it to Babylon. So you will be arriving right on time within a week.
Getting it close, huh?
During the 1 day travel, I would like to make some spell scrolls.
All right, that's totally fine. So you all kind of like pack up, you say your goodbyes, you go visit Mary and John, thank them for all that they have done for you. You pick up Story hops onto the ship, and you guys make your way to the air. After about 2 hours of journeying, everybody go ahead and give me a perception check real quick.
Is she on the crow's nest?
Ellie, are you up in the crow's nest?
Yes, and I got a nat 20.
Okay. Ellie, as you are kind of perched up in the crow's nest, all of a sudden you feel it before you see it. A rumbling, echoing throughout the air itself. And you watch as off in the distance, the volcano begins to rumble. And boom! It erupts as giant gouts of ash and debris begin to spew out in all different directions. This massive wave of ash begins to fly through the air towards you. It is about 30 seconds away from hitting your ship. Yeah, man, what's your question?
Does this eruption line up with the timeline on my pamphlet?
No.
Of course it doesn't.
Do I get the sense that this has exactly what to do with, well, what I did last night?
No. You get the sense that what has happened was you if you guys remember, once one of these volcanoes erupts, the rest of them will erupt.
Right.
So while you guys
north of where we were.
Yeah. So this one erupted. Then while you guys were in the pirate, like underground, this one erupted, and this one is now erupting as you guys are making your way to Babylon. And it will intercept you before you get there.
Well, it's a good thing the ship has
So I got
shield.
a 22 on perception, but I also have noticed that before it goes off.
Yes.
I got a
Or at least,
21 on
something that she could
perception.
call out.
My passive perception's like a 20 anyway.
Yeah, you all are able to notice as the rumbling starts, and then you see the ash begin to spew out, and just this giant like cloud of ash begins to race down through the air, and it is on its way to hit you guys.
Turn on the shields. How did we turn on the shields last time?
That's Clayton's
That's
job. So
Shaggy,
I'm gonna call out. I'm gonna say call out full speed ahead.
What?
I don't remember who's the one that can make it faster.
I think that's me, isn't it?
No.
I think you do the shield, don't you?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I do this.
Helmsman.
Yeah. That's
You
not me.
currently
I'm
don't have a
quartermaster.
helmsman.
Oh,
Do
I
it
thought
then.
that's who it was. You.
So I'll double the speed. I'm gonna go full speed ahead, and I'm gonna call out to Clayton. If that eruption approaches too close, you fire up the shield.
As you kick on the engines, the ashen stones embedded into the hull of the ship begin to glow as, boom, you all have to grab onto something as the speed increases. Clayton, you kind of turn to the back and you hear Abby call out in your guys' head, impact in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7,
Shields.
6,
Full
5,
shield.
4, shields, boom, 3, 2, boom! This massive impact hits the side of the shields. This massive crowd of ash surrounds the ship. And that is where we will end the episode.
Oh, jeez.
Hello, adventurer, and welcome to the end of the episode. It takes a lot of courage to make it all the way to the end. For that, we thank you. Now, because you have made it to the end, a special gift for each one of you. A shout out to you, the viewer, who makes this all possible for each and every one of us to be able to tell this story. And I would know all about the stories. Additionally, a shout out to Tavern Tales, a place where we can play this game and have the fun. Additionally, we now have a website, thearcanewar.com. Come check us out and buy something. You have to go to spend, so why not? In conclusion, I would like to say thank you. Thank you from the deepest part of my soul, all the way to yours. And don't worry, you'll be hearing more of me in the episodes to come, and more of the stories I have to share. Maybe you will hear the story of the man and the dragon. But for that, we bid you fond farewell, and hope to see you next time on the Arcane Ward in the campaign Ashes to Embers.